Today on Iga, Ernie, Shell News. Bettywasham, Nickalina 777. Is Jimbo a homophobic father? You decide. Video source, Iga, Koga, Ernie, Shell News. April 19th, 2023. Video title, News Today. What's up, everyone? Ernie's co-host today is Betty Washam. Let's give Betty Washam a round of applause. Betty is here to give parents of gay teens advice. Don't be gay until you're 18.
Ernie will drop the link to me. I have some things to say. I'll drop the link to you.
Now, I also have some things I would like to say about his parenting skills, okay? There's a lot of things going around right now with the, community of children thinking that they're one way.
One way? What do you mean by one way, Betty?
When they don't know. They're 12, 13 years old.
Oh, you mean gay. By one way, you mean gay and not heterosexual. Okay, well, Betty, just come out and say that.
Why is he actually going with it, playing along with it, when his daughter's just 13 and, she may want blue hair one day and may want red hair the next day? Why go along with that instead of sitting her down and saying, listen, hun, you don't know what you want. You don't know what you want to be. Your mind's going to change from day to day, year to year, and we're not going to go along with this charade that you're per se gay.
Did you just say per se gay? Go along with the charade?
Okay.
Well, he's streaming right now. So let's see what.
I'm letting you know, Jimbo.
Let's see what he has to say about it. Let's see if he'll answer.
Yeah, answer it. Because as a parent, you don't do that.
He ain't answering it. So
those children are all mutilated today. All of them. It was all kind of like a phase, like when we did our hair up high and people wore, different clothing back in the 80s. You know what I'm talking about. You know exactly what I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah.
How much have we changed since the age of 13?
Oh, yeah.
Honestly. But to entertain that at the age of 12 and 13, to say, oh, it's all right, but let's just tell everybody, my daughter is PAY.
And then Renee Marie, Lightning Tiger, says, then Thelma, that's Jimbo's wife, announced the other daughter being bisexual, for fuck's sake. Man, Ernie, Renee, and Betty sure sound homophobic. I would hate for them to be my parents if I was gay.
See if he's listening to you. He won't answer.
Well, you answer that, Jimbo. Nothing is wrong with it. What is wrong with it is children under the age of 18 that can't even have a say as to what they do in life. They can't buy cigarettes. They can't join the military. They cannot legally buy alcohol. They cannot sign their signature for anything. That's the problem. They are, in fact, minors, and it is the parents' responsibility to be like, hey, maybe you're thinking on the wrong direction because a couple of friends at your school feel that way.
Right.
Betty, at what age did you know you liked boys? Maybe 8 or 9, 10 and into your teens? Gay or not gay, you become attracted to the opposite sex or the same sex at about the same age. It's not something you do just because your friends are doing it, you nut. Betty, do you know how hard it is for gay teens to come out and say, hey, mom and dad, the world, I'm gay, especially with parents like you? You really think they would just say that willy-nilly? No, the majority of them would much rather come out and say, mom and dad, I'm heterosexual, than to ever say, mom and dad, I'm gay. Especially if their parents are homophobic. When was the last time you heard of a teen being kicked out of their house because they're heterosexual?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
These are the questions that I have, because in all reality, if he's so for saving the children.
Betty, that's Ernie that rescues the children, not Jimbo, you goof.
Save your own child at this point.
Save your own child from being gay? What the fuck?
When she's 18 and she decides, hey, this is the way that I am, this is what I am, okay, then that's fine. Go along with it. Until then, be a motherfucking parent and say, no, you're not. Not in this household, you're not.
Oh yeah.
After everything you just said, I could not imagine being your gay child and coming out to you and expecting you just to say, okay.
Gonna do at 12 and 13 being GAY? What are you gonna do? That would have been my question.
Exactly.
Dear Lord, Betty, what did you do at 12 and 13 when you weren't gay? The same thing, Betty, the same thing. You're attracted to who you're attracted to. At the age you become attracted to people. It's not that hard to figure out, Betty.
I mean, I'm just speaking what I feel when it comes to minor children.
Right.
Now,
Lisa Bradley says, well, with the dysfunction in his house, no wonder they're confused. OMG, Lisa, you need as much education as Betty does.
listen, if the shoe was on the other foot and my child came to me at 12, 13 and said, Mom, I think I'm GAY.
It's gay, Betty. GAY is gay. It's okay to say gay on YouTube. It's not one of the dirty words. It's not like the C word, but you can still say COVID, but it's nothing that you can't say on YouTube. Just say it, Betty. Gay. Can you say it? Gay.
I'm going to say, okay, you can think that all you want to. Let's see what happens in a few years. Until then, we're not going to have the discussion.
Then Renee Marie, Lightning Tiger, says, then Thelma announced the other daughter being bisexual, for fuck's sake.
Well, the moral of the story is this, is that it's gotten so bad that even the LGBTQ people don't even want this for children. You know, they want them to wait until they're old enough, the actual ones that, you know, are in this because this is their lifestyle. You know, they realize that this is not made for children, should not even be introduced to children. And what my question would have been is, who introduced you to this?
And my question to you, Betty, would be, who introduced you to being heterosexual? I cannot believe you would say, who introduced you to this? You knew you were heterosexual when you had your first crush on a boy. When people are gay, they know they are gay when they have a crush on the same sex. You can't be this ignorant. Now I guess she's talking about having the complete transformation surgery as a minor. Squid says, hormone blockers and genital transformation surgery on children is wrong. I support them if that's how they feel. Love whoever you want, but those things should have to wait until adulthood. I agree. Betty switched up the subject on me. We went from talking about just being gay to talking about complete genital transformation surgery.
But right now, all these children that were, their breasts were hacked off, their junk was hacked off, they never even got to have an O.
Betty, I don't even know what to say at this point. It's such a personal subject, but you can't be this ignorant. That's all I can say is you can't be this ignorant. I don't want to be graphic, especially when talking about children, but you just can't be this ignorant. Looks like we got somebody that wants to join the show. Nickalina 777. I need a link. I need a link. I need a link. Not once, not twice, but 3 times in all shouty caps. Okay, Ernie, let her up. Let's welcome Nickalina to the show. Give her a round of applause. I gotta tell you though, I apologize for the bad acting in advance. What you're about to see is pure manipulation. But as luck would have it, things don't end the way Nickalina thinks they will. Thanks, Betty.
I hadn't either.
I need to say this really quick, and I don't want to cry because I've been really triggered all week. Probably the last week. It's just been very emotional. Brought up a lot of bad memories, and I want to say I just watched Jimbo be homophobic, and he's got a daughter
Mm-hmm.
who is gay.
Yeah, and that's what I was asking him. The question is that,
Oh my God, Nickalina, really? You could act better than that. You did it all week long. Come on, try harder. This isn't believable at all.
when is he going to stand up and be a parent, though, and say to her, honey, let's have a discussion about this, and let's talk more about this when you're 18.
Right about now, Nickalina's saying, Betty, shut the fuck up.
Oh,
Yeah, but he's
Instead of pushing
right
it.
now making fun of. He's trying to shame Ernie for allegedly having a intimate relationship with Eric Rush.
Ooh, she's good. She's over here to try to manipulate the narrative about Jimbo, but she gets in an underhanded jab at Ernie while she's here. Pay attention, lightning tigers.
And I'm confused why people aren't seeing that he is homophobic. Let's say Ernie was. Let's say Ernie did have a relationship with Eric Rush.
Ooh, damn it again, one more time.
You have a man that is undoing everything he did over the last week.
Yeah, y'all might have been fooled, but I knew this was coming.
And he is making fun of homosexuality. And you gotta pick a fucking fight. You gotta pick a lane. And what he's doing is shaming his poor daughter, who is in counseling multiple times a week, hours at a time.
Nickalina, try harder. You can act better than that. Come on, dig deep. I know you can do it. This is ridiculous. Not for a minute is anybody buying this shit.
This is outrageous. How can he say that I have hurt his daughter's feelings when his daughter has said she is lesbian and he is being homophobic?
Yeah. There is one thing about it. I am glad that she is getting counseling to help her.
I think she needs counseling, Betty. I mean, look who she lives with. A dad that pretends to support her sexuality, and then now I just saw him making fun of homosexuality. Dude, pick your fucking struggle.
Yeah, and why he keeps bringing all that up to Ernie, to embarrass him, humiliate him. You know what? It is nobody's
I'm sure
business.
his daughter needs counseling because she watches her dad.
Yeah,
It has nothing to do with me.
Exactly. I tried to get him to answer the question, but he wouldn't.
Nickalina, stop that. You know why he does that. He does that to poke at Ernie. Doesn't mean that he's making fun of gay people or he don't like gay people, or he's homophobic. Gay people make fun of gay people. Stop that. Let's take a look back at that question. Knowing what Nickalina just said, claiming that Jimbo was a homophobic father, let's look back at that question and see if it sounds like if Jimbo is a homophobic father to you. Here was her question.
Okay. There's a lot of things going around right now with the, community of children thinking that they're one way when they don't know. They're 12, 13 years old. Why is he actually going with it, playing along with it, when his daughter's just 13 and, she may want blue hair one day and may want red hair the next day?
Well, one of these ladies is either ill-informed or downright lying. Now, if you go with Betty, Jimbo is a liberal and letting his daughter be gay when he should be correcting her. If you go with Nickalina, he is a hard-ass homophobic that don't want to let his daughter be gay. Which do you think is telling the truth? Do you think it's Betty or do you think it's Nickalina?
Even Ernie said, is he going to answer the question about what you said, Betty? That
I didn't hear that part.
Obviously.
Let
me make this clear. Listen to this.
It doesn't matter. You don't have to make anything clear.
Well, Nickalina got her digs in at Ernie. Now Ernie's going to get his dig in at Nickalina. Ernie is streaming Jimbo, and this is Jimbo's message to Nickalina. and everybody else. Now you'll see the reason for her attempted manipulation in this bullshit.
Trying to
Mother
make
effing clear I can be about it. I do not have any intentions, 0 intentions of bringing a civil lawsuit against Nicole.
And boom, just like that. She gone. She dropped. She knows her ass may just be getting ready to be handed to her. Hence the manipulation of here trying to say that Jimbo is a homophobic. She had no idea that Betty was over here trying to tell everybody how Jimbo was too liberal with his gay daughters and that he should tell them to not be gay until they're 18. That hardly sounds homophobic to me, does it? Now, folks, this is content.
0. Nada.
Did we just
Nothing.
did
Big
we
nugget
lose
burger.
Yeah.
0. No civil lawsuit. Period. So there. Now, 100% intend to go there, meet with the district attorney, and do my damnedest with these letters I have, the proof that I have, to file criminal charges on her.
Okay, stop for a minute.
Nothing civil.
Can you stop for a minute?
Yeah, go ahead.
One of the things that I'm really getting sick of, and I've been on these streets for a very long time. I'm sick of the we're gonna take them to court, we're gonna sue them, we're gonna go to their state. No, you're fucking not. No, you're fucking not.
Oh, Betty, I promise you, he is. He is. And in my opinion, that's why Nickalina's been acting so odd lately.
Because honestly, you don't have a case.
Well, Betty, it seems that one of the attorneys involved in Ernie's case thinks that Jimbo just might have a case. Hence the fact he told him to take a trip to Michigan and talk to the district attorney. Jimbo wouldn't be doing it if he didn't think there was some chance that he might have Nicole's ass in a sling.
Because everybody on YouTube would be going and doing it if they had a case.
Well, that would depend on the person and the case. Seems harassing a minor online is a pretty big deal, while harassing bettywasham social media influencer probably isn't such a big deal.
Now, it takes years and years and years. We already know. I've been through it for 6 years from one individual person. Okay? And I still can't get his department to do anything, or the FBI. So what the hell does he think he's going to go do? Nothing.
Well, Betty, maybe you didn't have a case. Like I said, maybe your idea of harassment isn't a criminal act. Harassing a minor is. So just sit back and watch, and we'll see.
Another money grab. Just know, people, he gonna be asking for money for a frivolous attorney.
Yep.
Fucking pisses me off. I'm sick of it. It's so old.
Au contraire. In fact, people offered to give Jimbo money, and his exact words were, "Nope, I don't need it. I don't need a lawyer. This is with the district attorney. A district attorney doesn't need paid. Betty, wake up. He said it's not civil. This is a criminal charge." Stay tuned, Betty, and see what happens. You can't be an ass on the internet and think that nothing's going to happen to you.
Copyright disclaimer. Under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism and commenting.